Good day, Matthew 3 students. Today we are going to continue our Module 5 topic, which is about entertainment. And now we are on letter D or 5D, which is entitled Fun at the Theme Park. All right, so we have here our vocabulary. Listen and follow. Look at the picture and follow the words after the recording. Ready?
5D. Fun at a theme park. 1. Vocabulary. Listen and repeat. Then find things in the classroom that are made of the materials below. Wood, paper, cotton, leather, steel, ice, glass, plastic.
All right, so we have
5D.
kinds of materials that made of these materials our things made of. So in your room or at home, you can tell me anything that is made of these materials. You can say the desk is made of wood and plastic, or you can say my table is made of steel and wood. All right. So you can give me example as many as you can. Look around your room or your house, and then you tell me what are those material is made of. Okay. So for this, our vocabulary, let's try to answer workbook exercises or workbook exercise A. Open your book or workbook to page 51. 51 of your workbook, exercise A. So we have here, look at the pictures and write what the things are made of. So we have pictures number 1 to 8. We are going to write what these materials are made of. Example, we have here number 1 picture is t-shirt. So t-shirts are made of cotton because there were two, so we use plural form. T-shirts are made of cotton. How about number 2? The jacket is, because only one, so we use is, made of leather. Okay, the jacket is made of leather. So number 3, we have the work of art. Look at picture number 3. The work of art is made of ice because only one, so we use is made of ice. Picture number 4, the bottles. Okay, look at, there were 2. So the bottles we use are made of glass. Okay, how about picture number 5? The house, only one house, so we say is made of wood. And number 6, the plates. So there were 2, meaning they're plural, more than one, so we say are made of plastic. Okay. Number 7, the boat. Look at the boat, only one, so we say is made of paper. And the knife, only one knife, so we say is made of wood and steel. Okay, so the knife is made of wood and steel. So these materials are made of the following. These things are made of the following materials. So as our vocabulary, we studied our vocabulary. So the materials, these things are made of leather, cotton, ice, glass, wood, plastic, paper, wood, and steel. So We have we have many materials around us that made of our materials on vocabulary side. So we have these sentences. Okay. Now you can make another examples and you can tell me, look around your room or your house, then you can give me the sentence. What are those materials made of? Okay? All right. So let's go back to your class book, letter D. This time, and this time I want you to listen to a recording. Okay? I'm going to play a recording about a roller coaster, then we are going to pick for the topics that are mentioned here, and we are going to cross the boxes that the topics given here is not mentioned. Again, I'm going to play a recording. What you are going to do, listen carefully, then tick the topics that are mentioned in our recording and cross the box which topics are not mentioned in the recording. Ready? You can follow on your book. You can follow on your book while you are listening to the recording. Listen carefully. Ready?
2. Read. A. Listen and read. Which of the following topics are mentioned in the text? Put a tick or a cross in the boxes.
Millions of people all over the world visit theme parks to ride the star attraction, the roller coaster. The feeling you get while traveling upside down at very high speeds is very exciting for everyone. But when did it all start? The first roller coasters appeared in Russia in the 1700s. People rode down icy hills in cars which were made of wood and ice. They were simple, but very popular. The first roller coaster in the USA appeared in the 19th century. It was called the Mortschunk Railway, but it wasn't designed to be a ride. It was actually a transportation system for a coal mine. One day, someone decided it would be fun to sit in a minecar and ride down the track. It was quite slow and took a long time, but passengers had a nice view of the countryside. It became very popular, and soon people were paying $1 for a ride. Many roller coasters were built during the beginning of the 20th century in Europe and the USA. They were usually made of wood and went less than 30 kilometers per hour. Later, in 1955, Disneyland opened. It was the first ever theme park, and it had a new type of roller coaster. It was called Matterhorn Mountain and was made of steel. The ride went up, down, and through a fake mountain. It was fast and very popular with people looking for thrills and excitement. From then on, people just wanted to go faster and higher. Today, roller coasters have no limits. Riders can go upside down through double loops and travel over 100 kilometers per hour. On some rides, you're standing up. On others, you're hanging. Roller coasters may seem scary and dangerous, but they are actually the safest rides in a theme park.
All right, so that is all about a roller coaster. So we are going to check or X for the topic that is mentioned or was mentioned in our recording. So number one topic, when the first roller coaster in the United USA was made, it was mentioned. Yes, it was. So number two, what roller coaster are made of? It was mentioned. Yes, it was. How high roller coaster are? Is it mentioned? No. So, how fast roller coaster go? Is it mentioned? Yes. Where the longest roller coaster is? Have you listened? Have you heard it about it? No. How many roller coasters there are in Disneyland? Did they mention about it? No. So that's it. We have only 3 topics mentioned in this recording. Okay, next, let's answer the question about the roller coaster. What are we going to do? We look back again, or we read again and get the answer to complete the sentences here. So we have here, the cars of the Russian roller coaster were made of, we can get the answers from the information about roller coaster we read and listened a while ago. So made of wood and ice and went down a hill. Okay. Number 2, the blank cars were used to carry coal down the mountain. When they were used as a roller coaster, people had to pay how much? $1. Okay, it was mentioned in this information about roller coaster. Number 3, at the beginning of the 20th century, the wooden roller coasters went no more than how fast is it? It's 30 kilometers per hour. All right. Disneyland was the first theme park and opened in when? 1955. Matterhorn Mountain was made of steel and went very fast. All right. Today, modern roller coasters go at the speed of over 100 kilometers per hour. They are the safest rides in the theme park. So these are the information we had from our clip, which is about roller coaster. All right. So we are going to open your workbook again. Workbook to page 51 again. Page 51. Okay. So we complete the sentences with the past passive of the verb. Before we go here, all right, sorry. Before we go here, we are going to discuss first about our pronunciation. So we have here pronunciation, exercise 3. Read the words below and underline the silent letters, then listen and check your answers. Let's go back to your class book, page 67. Okay, I'm going to play a recording. Then you listen and underline the silent letters here. Okay, underline the silent letters, meaning to say you are not going to say the sound of each letter. So we are going to underline those letters without sounds we say or we mention from these words. Ready?
3. Pronunciation. Read the words below and underline the silent letters. Then listen and check your answers. Answer. Muscle. Design. Talk. Cheetah. Could. Knee. Match. Weight.
All right, so
Answer.
here
Answer.
we have the following here. Those are the underlined letters that are not heard in this word. So if we say the word, these letters, these underlined letters, we are not sounding their sounds. All right, as we say the letter or the word. So that's it. Okay, next, let's move on to our grammar part of this lesson. So our grammar for today is about past simple passive. So we are going to learn about the past simple passive. We have the formation and the example. So how are we going to form the past simple passive as our grammar lesson today? So look at the pronoun that we have here. We say I, he, she, it. We use was because was is a past tense of is, and this pronoun are singular. Okay? And we, you, they, plural pronoun use where. Where is the past tense of are. And then we are going to use the past form of the verb. The past form or past simple of the verb give is given. So, example, this museum was built. Museum, we are talking about one museum, was, past tense of is, built because the past tense of build is built in 1965. All right? Next, what about question? How are we going to ask question? If it is singular question, we will say, was this text written by you? Okay, look at the construction of the sentence. I will explain it later. Next, this picture wasn't taken in Spain. So negative sentence of past simple passive form. Next, explanation. For the explanation, we have here, look at your screen. Again, I, he, she, it. We use was, we, you, they, plural, we use were, plus the past tense verb. Okay, how about negative? Negative, have, not. All right? Okay, not for our verb can kind of show that this is a negative sentence. And making questions, we start with was for singular pronoun or name, or we use where for plural. Okay, we learned this before, so it's easy for you to recognize the plural and the singular pronoun. Next, passive voice. Use the passive voice plus emphasis the action rather than who or what is responsible for it. And the formation is the passive voice is informed with the verb be in the appropriate form and the past participle of the verb of the sentence. The person who causes or carries out the action is called by agent and it is preceded by the preposition by. You can check this on page 98 of your book. Page 98 of your class book, you can see the past simple verb there. You can see it from there. So page on page 98 of your student book, you can find the list of the irregular verbs in a past simple form. Okay, so we have the explanation here. We usually omit the agent. So we have the agent here. Okay, when the action interests us more than the agent, when we don't know the agent, or when it is easy to figure out who the agent is. Okay, look at the active voice and the passive voice. So they have different structure. Subject for passive active voice is the agent for passive voice. Verb the same but change only into uh, past simple to past participle. Then the object in active voice becomes the subject in our passive voice. So you can identify it. Next. Now, we are going to try how you understand. Let's try this. So, complete with the past simple passive of the verbs in the brackets. So, we have verbs in the brackets here, and then we are going to use the past simple passive verb. Example, Last year, I bought a kite last year, which was, because kite is only one, was made. So past tense of make is made and was is the past tense of is because we are only talking a kite, one kite. This year, I'm buying a plastic one. Let's try number 2. The trees in the garden, blank. Look at our subject, trees. The trees in the garden, blank, plant by my grandfather. So meaning to say trees were planted because the past tense of plant is planted. Where? Because we are talking more trees, more than one. Okay. I'm sorry, but the last pair of sandals blank sale to a young woman yesterday afternoon. Now, this one, you may be confused because we have S here, meaning to say you think this is plural, but look at this, pair, meaning to say we are talking a pair, one pair, left and right. So it's one pair of sandals, okay? So this is singular. That is why we are going to use was because pair of sandals, left and right. Was sold. Sold is the past tense of sell to a young woman. Okay? Don't be confused about that. Next, James and Maria. Okay, look at our subject here. James and Maria, we have two names, two persons. So we use where. Stung is the past tense of sting by some bees last Saturday. Now, number 5, Betty. Betty, this is negative sentence because the presence of the word not. Betty is one, negative, wasn't invited. Okay? The past tense of the word invite is invited. And it was because one, but we have not, so it becomes wasn't. Betty wasn't invited to Jack's party and she was really upset. Okay, I guess you understand this now. So let's move to your workbook. Open to page 51. 51 of your workbook. Let's try again to check if you understand how we are going to use the past simple passive of the verb. Okay, we have verb inside the box. They are not yet in a past simple passive form. What are we going to do? We are going to make this verb into the past simple passive of the verb before we can put them or write them on the blank. So we have to say, complete the sentences with the past simple passive of the verb in the box. We are going to make them past simple passive first. Example, this roller coaster blank by John Miller. Okay, the answer is was designed. All right, was designed. Roller coaster one was designed. We have designed or design, so we add ed. We say was designed. All right. Number 2, we blanked last week and now we've got enough money. We, meaning to say plural, where, paid. Pay, paid. Past tense of pay is paid. Where? Because our subject is we. Okay, next. Brian didn't get my letter. It blank, probably blank to the wrong address. So we have was sent. Send, past tense of send is send. All right, the past tense of send is send. So we use was because Brian, it is taught about letter, one letter. Okay. Question number 4, Diane lost her dog last week. Luckily, it One dog was found. Find or found is the past tense of find. So, was found by a boy in the park yesterday. Got it? Next, number 5. This shirt, we are talking about one shirt only, was worn. Okay, was because one was worn. Worn is the past tense of wear by David Beckham in the cup final. Now, I belong to Mr. Knowles at the party. So look at this. I is our subject here. Was introduced. Introduced with D is the past tense of introduce. Okay? So this is it. This is how the past simple passive used in the sentence. Okay, you have it. You got it? All right. Next, exercise C, page 51 of your book. Again, workbook. Circle the correct words. We are going to circle the correct words here. The cyclist, one, was hit by a car and was taken to hospital. Correct? Number 2, all the money was spent. All the money was spent or spent. What do you think? All the money was spent on clothes for the poor. I promised or I was promised. It is I promised to take Mary for a walk. John welcomed us with D. Welcomed us warmly. Peter and Lee, two, were stung by bees. They didn't meet Peter last week. Sophie wasn't lost in the forest. All right? So these are the correct answers for our sentences here. Okay, now, what are you going to do? You are going to watch again the video. You are going to watch again the video from the start to the end of this lesson. We are going to watch again. Again, watch the video again from the start to the end of this lesson. Then you are going to answer workbook exercises on page 51 of your workbook. Those who are not who cannot go online for our class, please answer your workbook to page 51 or open your workbook to page 51 and answer exercise A, B, and C. Please watch this video carefully and answer your workbook activity. This is all for today. All right, thank you very much. Let's meet again or see you again to our next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Meta Yung 3. Have a good day. Bye.